Friend's sister, 20s female, was openly flirting with my husband, 40 male, in front of me, 31 female. I told her off publicly, and now they want a public apology from me. What action should I take so that I don't ruin my friendship? Okay, before we even dive in, if somebody is flirting with your spouse openly and you tell them off, how are you on the hook for ruining the friendship? I, 31 female, am close friends with Lisa, 33 female. We met at college and became roommates, and I love her to death. Lisa has a sister, Amy, 20s female, whom I've met occasionally in college, but she was so young at that time we never really hung out. Lisa had a bridal shower in February, and I financially contributed to most of it since I wasn't able to be there in person to help with the planning. I gave money to Amy to pay for everything, the decor, food, and alcohol. I even paid for an overnight stay at a hotel for all 7 girls. Damn. I did all of this because I couldn't make it to her bachelorette party the week before. I also paid for the limo Amy wanted to host the party in. At the shower, I saw Amy and she was gushing about how I had spent a lot of money on Lisa. I just said if it's for Lisa, I would have paid for anything. Amy was hinting that my job was paying so much money for me to spend on Lisa this much. I am a new surgeon who just graduated from residency. I got a pay bump, but not a lot. I'm lucky because my husband is supporting me while I go through fellowship. My husband, 40 male, is a doctor too, but so much more advanced in his career than I am. For my wedding gift, he paid off the remainder of my student loans. He is amazing, and I am obsessed with him. That's a fat wedding gift. Wedding happened in March, and my husband and I came for the wedding. Family and close friends were invited to Lisa's parents' place for dinner after. Amy was very handsy with my husband, even during the wedding. She was asking him about his job, how smart he was to be working in the ICU, how hot he was, how he looks like a young Alain Delon. Who's Alain Delon? I don't know. Alain, Alaindelon. Alain Delon. Blah, blah, blah. My husband was giving me signals to come to him, and I did. This happened at least 2 more times. At Lisa's parents, Amy was wrapping her arm around my husband's back and was serving him drinks and food. I told Lisa's mom about how Amy's making me and my husband very uncomfortable, and her mom pulled her aside and told her off, I think, because she came out grumpy. She was acting like a crazed teenager because when we wanted to leave, she wouldn't give my husband his jacket back to him and kept sniffing it. I had a feeling that she was drunk and completely out of it. My husband raised his voice and told her to stop messing around and give it to him. I yelled, "Can you stop being so difficult? You've been shamelessly flirting with my husband in front of me the whole day. Give me the damn jacket and leave us alone." I got a text from Lisa's mom demanding I publicly apologize to Amy, as in a post to social media. A heartfelt apology because some of the guests heard me yell at her and thought I was overreacting and humiliated her. Lisa is on my side and told me Amy has always had gold-digging tendencies and that this isn't the first time she'd done something like this. She flirted with her friend's dad and their next door neighbor who is married when she thought that they were wealthy. Lisa said that she'll handle it. I already felt so bad that I ruined the last moments of her wedding day, and now she has to deal with this. I'm ruminating on this a lot today and wondering if I should apologize to Amy. I don't want to, but then again, if I did, I would explain exactly what happened and how it merited my reaction to her. Though this might add fuel to the fire. There is much drama right now, and I want to preserve my friendship with Lisa. Okay, so it's Lisa she's worried about preserving the friendship with, not Amy. Blah, 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 blah. Lisa said she'd handle it. So why is publicly apologizing a consideration, a conversation now? Sniffing the jacket? I'm like, yeah, what? Does it smell like money? How blatantly disregarding of other people's feelings do you have to be? Or how blatantly disrespectful do you have to be? We do have an update. Let's raise an update. As of right now, do not apologize. And I understand that you say if you did apologize, you would be describing everything that happened in great detail. So it wouldn't really be an apology in the first place. It would be a public hazing. You'd put her on blast, basically. And I mean, at this point, you don't have to do that, right? You don't have to do that. Here's the update. Keeping it as short as I can, and typos galore because I'm on call. Previous post got so popular that Amy's mom found it and texted me to take it down in all caps. I got around to read most of the comments a day after I posted when I finished my shift. I didn't not apologize to anyone or did anything at all, frankly. I forgot about it since I had people close to dying on me left and right at work. I gaslit Amy's mom into thinking that I never did such a thing and that I did not have a Reddit account. She believed it, I think, since she didn't text me back. Come on, the details I put in that post were exactly what she experienced and she didn't find it odd. No, apparently she did because she told you to take it down. For clarification, one of you said I had the spine of a jellyfish. Loved that that comment, and not apologizing was the right thing to do. I was hesitant and was actually considering giving that apology because of the fact that she fed me and let me stay in her home during Thanksgiving and Christmas many years ago when I couldn't go home to my family. I'm the kind of person who will remember every good thing you do for me and do my best to reciprocate or get even so as to not be indebted to you. I don't know what kind of mental illness is that. I never retained much of the psychiatric info from med school. A lot of people insinuated that me being docile and restrained in those kinds of situations makes me a bad surgeon, to which I say, I beg your effing pardon? Would you want someone who is operating on you to have a criminal record for causing bodily harm or homicide? Also, I've dealt with worse than Amy. I've survived handling 19 psychotic patients with TBIs for a whole rotation. Me being aggressive would have gotten me kicked out of my fellowship. Things that have transcribed. I tried to avoid contacting Lisa since she went off on her honeymoon, but because of the popularity of my previous post, I decided to give her a heads up. Lisa was more than apologetic. In fact, she FaceTimed me and we had a very teary conversation about her family. There was a lot more going on that I never knew, but mine and my husband's involvement in her family drama was the last straw. She had decided to go no contact with her mom and sister. She also warned me that Amy might approach my husband in some way, but had no idea how. She's also getting her extended family involved about Amy. My husband does not have any social media. So hot. And he did not give out his number to anyone at all during the wedding. He is anal about loyalty and transparency in our marriage. We have access to each other's electronics. I know he would never cheat on me. 3 days ago, someone called my husband's clinic asking to get his number for an emergency and that she needed to get a hold of his wife. The nurse who answered refused to give a physician's personal number and the conversation got heated. My husband's colleague, another intensivist, took over and asked her to tell him what the emergency was so that he could tell my husband himself. The person on the phone argued some more, and when the doctor wouldn't give up the number, she hung up. That friend told my husband what happened and said the woman didn't give her name but had a very high-pitched childlike voice. My husband immediately knew it was Amy, but we have no proof. I know it was her. She must have searched my husband's name on Google and found where he worked, since his professional profile is online along with the name of the hospital. She is unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting more and more irritated by this whole thing and have gone full-on mama bear mode over my husband. He was furiously annoyed after the wedding and was saying if the genders were switched, he would have definitely gotten punched and not even halfway through the wedding. My husband had terrible experiences with women before. 2 women at different times tried to baby trap him. One did some Sherlock level manipulation and one harassed us when we were dating. He's usually a cool and calm guy, but now he hasn't been smiling or joking around with me like he always does ever since the wedding. Anywho, my uncle, our lawyer, was consulted. Security at my husband's department and around our home has been notified. Thank you guys. P.S. Kelly, if you're reading this, do something about your younger daughter before something bad happens. Also, you don't deserve your older daughter. Yeah, Kelly. OP mic dropped on you. Mike dropped on you. The title of this was Friend's Sister Was Openly Flirting with My Husband in Front of Me. I told her off publicly and now they want a public apology from me. What action should I take so that I don't ruin my friendship? Well, now, OP, you know, no action is required. And Lisa, your friend, who's going to be friends with you forevers, already knows that her sister and mom are Delulu. And also in the title here, you say, they want a public apology. I think mom, Lisa and Amy's mom was the only person who wanted a public apology here. Let's just get her a t-shirt that says, I'm an enabler. How coddled do you have to be to have the balls to openly hit on other people's spouses in front of them because you think they have money? How delusional do you have to be like, oh yeah, I know he's got money, so I'm just gonna go like hang all over him right in front of his wife. He's gonna leave his wife like right then and there. I can imagine what Candy Thunder would do in this kind of situation. She'd be like, I'm not a surgeon, bitch. It is tacky. This screams desperation, does it not? This is just delusional, unhinged desperation at work here. But thank goodness Lisa already knows about it, and this was the last straw, so there's a whole bunch of other stuff that was already going on, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And now she's going no contact with her mom right after her wedding, which you survived your wedding, Lisa. Round of applause for that. Smart move, going no contact with him during your honeymoon. Yeah, this is the kind of person that you just stay away from. This is the kind of person that everyone stays away from because she has no respect for boundaries at all. Like the Ascon scale doesn't even apply to this bish because she lives in a different universe. She's in a different galaxy. Like they have their own set of planets. That's all I got. Just